It's Brian Preston, the money guy.
We're talking very contextual. We're talking about the concept.
And they want me.
But what you guys want to know, well, what are you guys doing? What do Brian and Bo have in their wallet? So we figured, let's just tell them.
We're going to show them to you.
What's funny is I think we actually got some laughs from the crew when we started throwing the cards down. Because, by the way, they look very similar. There's a few tweaks. So the first one.
Hold on, before we do this, I feel like, we probably ought to do this, right? This is not a recommendation.
Oh, yeah, we don't make any money off this.
We're not suggesting you go out and do this.
Yeah.
We're just sharing with you, these are the cards that we use that make sense for us and our families.
And look, I'm an old timer, so maybe I'm expecting in the comments section, if you know there's a card that whoops up on every one of these cards that we use, tell us. Tell the Money Guy family so we can go do our own due diligence. These are not recommendations. These are not endorsements. We get nothing off of this. We just wanted to, be transparent.
Yep.
Let the Money Guy family know what are we actually doing with our own money.
All right, so let's open up our wallets. The first one is the green one. This is the Fidelity Rewards Visa card.
This is the good generalist card because it does 2% of everything with no limit. So if I don't know what I'm using, or if there's something that has a better benefit, I just go with the Fidelity Rewards Visa card. And it's 2% directly deposited into my joint investment account.
That's what I was going to say. Well, I love this card because rather than getting the check and having to go deposit it, it will automatically deposit those rewards into an investment account. And you can even have it deposited straight into your Roth IRA if you want, or you can have it deposited in your taxable brokerage account. It is a great way to subconsciously allow your army of dollar bills to start building if you have accounts at Fidelity. I love this card for that reason.
The next card, we did years ago. If you go check the archives, we did the grocery challenge where we all went to grocery stores. We went to like discount places. And then we went to like the super Target and we want to see who got the best deal. This card, because it's 5% off everything that you use. After I did that episode, I told my wife, yes, we can get the Target Red card because it is a 5% discount on whatever you spend at Target. We buy enough stuff at Target that it made sense to maximize that benefit.
Now, I'll be honest. I used to have a little bit of shame having this card. I was like, oh, man, I've got the Target. But I thought, no, that's crazy. We shop at Target. We have a family that's growing. We're at Target all the time. So if I'm going to be at Target, my wife's going to be at Target, it's crazy to walk away from that 5%. And with that, you also get free shipping. So it makes online shopping at Target an absolute breeze. I'm a huge proponent for the Target Red card.
The next one, this is only in my wallet. We both, so far, both Bo and myself have the Fidelity Rewards card. We both have the Target Red card. The next one, by the way, this one is not good financial sense. This is more of a sentimental, emotional. I have a Disney Visa. My wife likes that we get to go whenever we're in the parks, that we get to go in that special room that Chase holders with the Disney card.
I don't even know about that room.
The benefits on this card are not that great. There's even an annual fee on this. It's not perfect, but if it makes you happy every time you see it, happy, and it is nice. I mean, she chose that. Mine has Yoda on it actually. So I mean, it's kind of that's what I have but it's more sentimental than it is analytical.
Sure. This next card, this is one, and by the way, I love this because people are chiming in with all their stuff. Everyone, this won't be incredibly surprising. The City Costco Anywhere card.
We both have this one. Yep. This is the Costco card. Look, I loved when I moved to Tennessee because there was not a Costco by me when we lived in South Atlanta. Yep. I moved up here. This store is made for nerdy people like me because they have great technology. They have great gizmos, as well as they give you huge discounts if you buy mass bulk. I love this place, but they've gone even deeper in the fact that you can get a Visa card that sweetens up your rebate with them, but it also allows gas purchases. You get a huge rebate discount on that.
Travel, this card's great for travel purchases.
Even if you're not using it at Costco gas stations, you still get a big gas reward on that. It's great for travel. It doesn't have a lot of the international fees. When I was just in Mexico, I used this card was my travel card because I knew it didn't have all the fees associated with it. So we like this card. It's a good one for a lot of general stuff, like gas and I use this one.
I use this one. This is my restaurant card because it pays really good for like restaurants and eating out. So it's a really valuable benefit if you go out to eat. I think the Costco card is great for that. This next one
I'm jealous of
I'm
this
getting
one.
choked up. This next one's one that I have in my wallet. I don't think you have this one
I
in your
should
wallet.
have this one in my wallet because we have an addiction to smiling boxes, but I don't want to have any more credit cards.
The Amazon Prime Visa. This card is absolutely fantastic for two reasons. One, because my wife really likes to go to Whole Foods, and so we get a really big discount at Whole Foods. And then obviously whenever we shop on Amazon, this card is fantastic for that. We accumulate. I've got so many Amazon points. I don't know what I'm building them for because I just keep building the points there to be able to use them. You know what? I'm buying my daughter a new mattress. I'm probably going to end up buying it with points because it's just there. So I absolutely love having this Amazon Prime Visa. Again, we designed our credit cards to be around the place that we already spend money. There are no credit cards that we have said, oh, that store sounds cool. I'll go get a credit card there. And then shopping there. It was places that we were already shopping. And this just allowed us, in true financial mutant fashion, to allow our dollars to stretch 5 to 10% further than our peers.
And then the last card we put on here is just we do own several businesses, and you got to have credit cards for office supplies. Like I said, remember the example I was talking about earlier. If we were back in the 1900s and I was sending out my 20 employees to go buy supplies for the company, it's kind of a pain if I had to keep petty cash here to dole out to every one of them. So we give cards to a lot of our employees, and it's kind of nice. Everybody having a card, but then we get one back. And I like the Chase Ink is the one we use. I'd be curious if anybody has, if you put it in the comment section, if you know of a better business card. What I liked about this one, it gives you 5% back on office supplies. If you put utilities for your business on the credit card, you get 5% back on that. So there are some sweet perks there on the rebates that you get.
So the magic number is different for every person. If you want to know for Brian, if you take away the business card, because that's sort of a unique thing, we're both four card folks. So we have a multi-card approach, but it's not like we're rotating through 10 different cards. This is very manageable. And it's one of those things that just allows us, again, to be financial mutants, but not get busy doing nothing. Credit cards are a tool. They're something that can be incredibly useful if used correctly, but you have to make sure that you're using them correctly.
Well, I started thinking about, I've been managing money for decades now, and I have yet to have a single customer or client come to us and say, I made my millions doing credit cards.
Card rewards.
So, I mean, this thing, realize it is a convenience. It is a tool, exactly what Bo just said, but this is not what's going to create wealth for you. This is something, that's why I talk about constantly. We talk about the financial order of operations, and you go to moneyguy.com/resources. That's wealth building is, building your army of dollar bills, creating automatic investments. That's where wealth comes from. This is more of a convenience that can turn into a distraction if you're not respecting the discipline that goes into credit card use. So that's why we wanted to do a show talking about how we use credit cards, how millionaires have used credit cards, but then also how don't let this be the distraction. Don't get busy doing nothing. Just let this be a facet of your financial life, but don't lose focus on what the goal is for that great, big, beautiful tomorrow and what's actually going to create that. It won't be credit cards. It's going to be how much of your money you're building for the future. Don't lose focus of that.
If you like tools that help make your financial life easier, better, move along further, you should go to the website, moneyguy.com/resources. Brian already mentioned we have the financial order of operations, food deliverable out there, but we have a ton more a ton of other resources. We have a tax guide. We have how powerful are your dollars? Hey, if you want your baby to be a millionaire, how do you do that? We have all these things you can go work through. They are 100% absolutely free. Go download them, use them. Make sure you're letting those resources help you take your finances to the next level.
Guys, thanks so much for tuning in. I'm your host, Brian Preston, Mr. Bo Hansen, Money Guy team, out.